And so Grimmsnarl, Zacian, the very classic Series 12 lead here for Marco. And we see Zacian Thundy leading for Atmosphere. Any particular advantages with these two leads here, Wide?
I mean, this is... Again, it's one of those situations where you got both guns pointed at each other, and it's like, who's going to pull the trigger and who's not? Like, who's going to take the aggressive stance on this one and try to pick some damage out? And who's going to pay? It's going to be an interesting turn. It'll change how the rest of the match goes and how they play it. But I think the Grimmsnarl, shields aren't really going to do a whole lot against Zacian.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm expecting that both Pokemon, like Thundy and Grim, will try and Thunder Wave the Zacians, and the Zacians will try and slug into each other.
That was a good Groudon swap. If he's hoping for a Thunder Wave, that would have been a really... If he does end up Thunder Waving, that's a good swap.
Yeah, that will be a really solid swap. And looks like we've got a Max coming in for Max Thundy over on Atmosphere side with the sun up for Groudon. So usually don't see Thundurus, kind of trying to go all out in the sun here, but in this situation it works out. Thunder Wave coming off the Grimmsnarl, so boom, great call. Zacian going in for the Behemoth Blade on, let's see here, it's going to be Thundurus, and that takes it down to about a third of its health left. Max Airstream coming off of Thundurus into that Zacian slot, doing about 25% of its health, leaving it with about 75% of its health on the field, but giving it a critical speed boost that it needs, and of course tossing one off to Groudon as well. So with that said, who got the best of that turn one?
Well, Big Thundy is already like ailing right now. So I would say that that Marco probably got away with that one, getting it got barely any damage on it, and now that it's now a turn of Atmosphere's Dynamax is wasted.
Yeah, I think it's really going to depend on how this next turn goes here. Max Knuckle coming from Thundurus into Zacian, but the Reflect really putting in a lot of work, but giving a crucial attack raise to both Pokemon here. Zacian going for the Behemoth Blade, and looks like it's going to go into the Thundurus slot, taking out Thundy. But Thundy, again, giving that +1 speed, +1 attack to Groudon may be all that's needed here.
I wonder how much damage this is going to do.
We'll see. Groudon coming in with Rock Slide. You thought that this would be a Precipice Blades here, but no, we see a Rock Slide.
Yeah, very unfortunate that the Dynamax is gone now, because now Marco can just go in and clean up with their Dynamax later.
Yeah,
they kind of have their pick too. If they knock out that Groudon, then they can just also bring in his Kyogre and just get the game out.
Yeah.
Do you think Rockslide was a misclick there? Because I feel like Precipice Blades was like really
was the play
you needed to do right there to possibly secure a double KO on that turn.
Yeah, and then we get a Thunder Wave. So now Atmosphere Zacian is paralyzed. Substitute coming off for Marco Zacian. Precipice Blades is going to go in, but Grimmsnarl avoids, and it goes into the sub for the other side. So Marco Zacian lives to swing another day, and the opposing Zacian also using substitute as well. So paralysis here, allowing at least one of this. Well, I mean, I guess they would have gotten the substitute off anyways. But yeah, anyone really got clear advantage of that last turn?
I think that Marco just got up with another advantage as well, just because of the got the Zacian paralyzed. Now Grimmsnarl, if it does have foul play, go into the Groudon, and Zacian can also just go into the Groudon. That Groudon is a big like linchpin against that Kyogre that's guaranteed in the back. So that if that Groudon goes out, then they can bring it in safely, start water spouting constantly.
Yeah. And so we see Marco Zacian going for Protect here. Groudon going for the Bulk Up. Now, we've seen Atmosphere doing this before, not going for a Swords Dance, but going for a Bulk Up to make sure that defense gets risen as well with it. Behemoth Blade going into the protected Zacian is not going to do much of anything. And a Foul Play going into the Zacian from Grimmsnarl. It takes damage, but the substitute, it doesn't take any damage, but the substitute is faded. So now both Zacians in the field, no more substitutes. And again, very, very interesting position for both players here.
Yeah, that was very smart idea to break the Zacian substitute. You do not want to have that thing be behind the sub before your the Kyogre goes out. I think that they're just trying to set up the welcome. They're trying to set up the welcome mat just for Kyogre to go, just slowly go up and go. Hey guys, I have Water Spout. Okay, GG next.
Or not even Water Spout. Maybe just go for a full Dynamax, because you know, that's the thing that I think the momentum is really on Marcos' side here, because he still has Dynamax left in the back pocket here. And so we see a Behemoth Blade go into another protected Zacian, Bulk Up going off of Groudon. So really Groudon making out with an extra buff these past 2 turns, working out really well for it. But a Foul Play is starting to take its toll on Groudon as the Grimmsnarl goes straight for what should be kind of obvious at this point with all the attack buffs that Groudon's been grabbing.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. With Groudon, he's getting defense and attack, so it's not really going to matter when you get the Kyogre boosted.
Yeah,
because he's faster.
Yeah, because Groudon can just go in now with the Groudon's getting a lot of buffs, and if they get in if Atmosphere can somehow get Trick Room up or something like along those lines, then they can actually try and run away with the game just because of those boosts.
Oh, and it looks like Atmosphere's Zacian goes down, and a big Precipice Blades coming off of Groudon, and that is would have been a double KO for Zacian, but Grimmsnarl hanging in there by just a thread. And this can't be a Focus Sash Grimmsnarl, right? We've seen this take some hits. Foul Play coming off of Grimmsnarl is going to put it down into 25% of its health, and the leftovers activate to give it just a little bit more.
Dude, even at the end of the tournament, we're still achieving like invisible Focus Sashes all around.
Yeah, that Grimmsnarl surviving in there just by a hair is absolutely incredible. And yeah, absolutely incredible. Zapdos here, not going to really be able to do much to this Groudon, but really a terror for this Venusaur, especially with, I'm not sure how many more turns of Sun are left.
I think it's gone.
No, it's already gone? Yeah, I think it might already be gone. They've been on the field for a hot minute now. And now is the real threat here. Marcos finally goes for the Dynamax, and Zapdos is going to be taking things in the back for us. Groudon going in for the Protect, and Grimmsnarl coming on with a Thunder Wave onto Venusaur. Very, very critical in these last moments here. And looks like a full para on Venusaur as the Max Airstream goes into Groudon and doesn't take it out, but is able to get a critical speed boost on both Grimmsnarl and Zapdos.
Yep. Venusaur going
Sleep Powder coming from Venusaur, but it's not affected.
Oh no, that just sealed it in right there.
Yeah, that's
what was it? Was it safety goggles on the Zapdos?
Yeah.
Very, very strong. That's it. Yeah, GG's. Call it in from there. If you hit a Rock Slide here and you're able to get Zapdos out, great. But that Zapdos is going for a Max Airstream right into that slot, and you can't protect this turn. And that'll be enough to take out the Groudon, just as I said it was. Grimmsnarl getting that critical a speed raise. Zapdos as well. But I don't even think it'll be enough here. Foul Play coming off of Grimmsnarl into the Venusaur slot. Not doing too much, but Leaf Storm coming off of the Venusaur into the Grimmsnarl. Going to take out that last little sliver of health there. But
just to get rid of him.
Just to get rid of him. Just to get rid of him. I think, I mean, that's got to be game here. I mean, it's the last match of the finals. So you got to play it out to the very, very end. If you feel you have to, I feel like always I have to, but yeah, no,
right.
they're just gonna give up here. This is pretty much end game. Kyogre, Zapdos. Honestly, that whole match was won by Marcos setting up the perfect end game for him, and
yeah,
it just was super strong.